What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So we're talking transfer news yet again, transfer rumours more like, and today we're discussing the young Lorient player in the form of Alexis Claude-Maurice. So he has been linked heavily with Arsenal in the past few days really, so we do know that the transfer season is fully upon us. Obviously no announcements have been made so far by the club, but some interesting rumours floating about, as you can see from the videos we've recently put out on the channel. But today we're discussing Alexis Claude-Maurice. So he's a 21-year-old French forward who plays for Lorient. Lorient seems to be like an Arsenal feeder club to me at this particular point. We obviously got Guendouzi from there last season. Koscielny came through from there as well. So they do seem to actually provide us with a good number of players in the last few years really, I should say. But of course the latest link from Lorient is obviously Alexis Claude-Maurice is mentioned. So we know there's room for forward at Arsenal at the moment. Of course, Danny Welbeck was released by the club, and the players that we have in those positions aren't really that dynamic. Of course, Iwobi on occasion last season was coming on and changing games, in particular the final game of the season in the Europa League final. He came on, changed the game slightly, got on the score sheet, but he provided that pace and that little bit of urgency that was missing in that particular team on that day. But of course we do need to make some additions. Is a 21-year-old who plays in the French second tier? The answer to that particular question, you don't know, but is he worth taking a gamble? I personally would like to think so. We may actually unearth a gem, but my only main concern in regards to this particular transfer is the amount that's actually being mentioned in regards to the fee itself for this particular transfer. So apparently 2 bids have been rejected already by Lorient for the player. They're looking for a fee in the region of about 20 million euros. Supposedly Arsenal have gone back in and have submitted that amount, which shows a lot of faith in this young player from the club itself, or maybe it's just the sort of kind of players we're looking for. We have been linked heavily with some young players recently, so it might be a theme moving forward with the club in terms of the kind of players that we'll be going for. Rather than going for the marquee established player, we're sort of going for the younger player that's unknown, and this has been a continuing tradition since Arsene Wenger was in charge. You go out and sign unknown players and obviously trying to make them huge stars. A lot of them turned out to be huge stars, so it might be a recurring theme moving forward with the club, but I don't know if this is the answer to the questions that we do have in those particular areas of the pitch, which are the wider areas, and a 21-year-old French forward possibly isn't the answer, but it may be worth the gamble itself. So in terms of his appearances last season, he made 35 starts and he actually scored 14 goals, which is not a bad return. Obviously there's assists coupled in all of that. He had 4 assists last season. Obviously we have to bear in mind the level of football he's currently playing in at the moment, or last season, which was the French second tier division. So of course it's an interesting story. So apparently as well, personal terms have certainly been agreed between Claude-Maurice and Arsenal. So it's essentially the player and the club, Arsenal that is, are waiting for Lorient to obviously iron out and give the green light to this particular transfer. So of course as this develops, we'll definitely keep you updated. But as usual guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.